Earlier today, while I was scrolling through my YouTube feed, I found a video by Mystic Umbreon. He actually started a movement called hashtag Thank You GameFreak, and this thing has turned out to be huge. It's gotten trending on Twitter, and honestly, I just find it's a very good idea. So I want to talk about, just for a second here, what Pokemon means to me and to thank GameFreak. Pokemon to me is more of this than a game. Pokemon to me is something I've grown up with. And I'm sure a lot of you guys can say the same, but when I mean for me, I've grown up with it, it's kind of different that way. For me, Pokemon has actually helped me grow in a way. A lot of you guys don't know, but a long time ago, about 13-14 years ago, I moved to Canada. I'm not from Canada, I'm bilingual. Some people in the Discord chat or the Discord server I have heard me by accident speak in my native language before. So some of you know that, but Pokemon has taught me how to read English pretty much. When I first came to Canada, it was probably like 9 months or 10 months when I got here, where I met my best friend at the time, and he gave me Pokemon Ruby. And I was so intrigued by this game that I really wanted to play it, and while playing it, I would actually reread the sentences and stuff to try and construct my own sentences. And later on, this became a big tool for me, because while I came here in a really odd time, the grading system from was a lot different, and while I had to do a test here to see what grade I was put in, and for some reason I was put in a higher grade. I personally believe this, at least, than I was supposed to be in, because I found the work really hard, but thanks to Pokemon, the English work at least wasn't that hard, and later on made me understand everything a lot better. So for me, Pokemon really is not just growing up with it, but Pokemon in a way has helped me grow as a person. Thank you GameFreak for honestly creating by far one of the best games ever, and games that have helped many people around the world come closer and create friendships that last for eternity. I even know of some people that have met their wife or husband through Pokemon. So it's not just a game, but it's honestly, I feel like at this point in time, it's become a lifestyle, right? So thank you GameFreak from the bottom of my heart, and I'm sure from the bottom of everyone else's heart, for creating such amazing games. They truly are masterpieces, and despite all the hate that you've gotten over the last few months for the national decks, there's still a lot of us out there that truly love Pokemon for just the games itself, not for how many Pokemon are in the game, but for the games itself and the stories that they've created for us throughout our lives. So thank you GameFreak, thank you Masuda, and everyone that's worked on the game themselves over the last few years. Hey, what's going on everyone? It's your boy Youngster Jake, aka Pro-Teeny Victor Master himself, and today we have an unboxing of the Nintendo Switch Lite Zacian and Zamazenta limited edition version, and I have to say, this is a very handy piece of equipment. It's nice and portable. I played it for a few hours, and it honestly compares to way back in the day when the Game Boy SP got launched, and the Nintendo DS. It feels very similar to it. And with that being said, before we jump into this video, however, I would like to announce right now that as this video is going live right now, there should be a video going up for a Pokemon Sword and Shield giveaway. You guys have made this possible, so thank you so much. Link should be down below. There really isn't much to do in order to enter the giveaway, so go check it out. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. So I've gone ahead and actually just lined up a few things here to compare the Nintendo Switch Lite to, well, the Nintendo DS, the Game Boy itself, the Nintendo 2DS, and then of course the Nintendo Switch from 2017. And now that all that's been put aside, let's jump into the actual unboxing here. On the back here, you can see that you see Zacian and Zamazenta. I don't know if my camera will pick that up, but I'll try and do my best for that, as it is kind of hard to see in the light. For me, I can personally see it really well. Let's jump into it, shall we? So we're gonna crack open this box. Need help? I don't think so. It's just opening a box, okay? Enough about that. So this console actually starts off at about 199 US. In Canada, it's around 259, and with taxes like 290. So yeah, we do get hit pretty hard with the taxes here, but I think it's a pretty good buy. Wow, this thing is tiny. Just right out of the bat, I can see that it's very tiny. They're really emphasizing on that. Oh my goodness, look at it. It's beautiful. Oh, just touching this thing right out of the bat, it's nice. my camera actually picks up really nicely, so I'm really happy with that. So you can actually see it's nice and glossed in there. It's really nice. Right off the bat, it feels very nice in your hands. It feels comfortable. It honestly reminds me of the Nintendo DS or the Game Boy for its like for just how it feels and such. But honestly, I like it. I like how it feels. I don't have too big of a hands. I got average size hands, but if you do have got some big hands, I think it'll be a problem for you. Because I can definitely see this thing being a problem for people with big hands. It feels solid too. It doesn't feel like it's a piece of junk or like it's plastic, because it is quite lower than the Nintendo Switch Dock Edition, right? I like for price-wise, that is at least. So it's nice though. I like it. Let's look at the rest of the box. So put that to the side. As usual, you probably get some manuals here and a charging cable. I'm guessing it's going to use the same type of charging cable that Nintendo Switch Dock uses. So yeah, it seems like it comes with this regular USB Type-C adapter. So it's literally the same thing that your dock uses if you got a regular Nintendo Switch. So I've gone ahead and actually compared the Nintendo Switch Lite to Nintendo Switch Dock Edition from 2017. And it seems that this one's screen is actually 5.5 inches, whereas this one is 6.5 inches. And as this one's life battery is 3.7, compared to 2017 edition, which is a 2.7 battery lifespan, upwards to 6.5, where this one has upwards to 9 hours, depending on which game you're playing. I played Stardew Valley on it for, honestly, like 8 hours, and by then it was at like 20%. So I can see it going to 9 hours with games that don't take up too much graphical components. As for the battery life on this guy, 6.5 hours, it's a bit of a stretch. I've never been able to play past 5. As for the 2019 edition, however, that one has 4.5 hours and 9 hours at a top. So this thing is comparing almost to the 2019 edition. This one's for weight, however, is 9.8 ounces, and then this one is 14.1. So you can honestly see that this one definitely is marketed towards more just handheld mode and like portability, right? Where this one's more marketed towards dockability, if that's even a word, I don't know. You can see right off the bat though, this does have a new D-pad, which is nice. I'm really liking this. I don't know why we have like this little dinky thing over here. Like what is this, Nintendo? What happened here? But this is nice. I like this. However, you'll have problems playing games such as Super Smash Bros. Ultimate on it, just because, well, that game requires more accuracy, but that can be solved by buying a Pro Controller or hooking up your Joy-Cons to the Nintendo Switch Lite edition. Here it is compared to the Game Boy Advance, and well, you can see the screens are really tiny. We've certainly come a long way from the very beginning, or kind of the beginning almost. It's definitely, it's really honestly amazing to see the progress we've seen over the years, and especially with graphic wise as well. Like it's fascinating how far games have come. And here's a comparison to the 2DS. In this case, it's the nice Pokeball edition. You can see that the screens are kind of similar. The Nintendo Switch Lite edition is a bit bigger. Let's go ahead and turn it on here. Actually, I was wondering if it will turn on. So it does seem like it's powered on, like it does give us some battery, which is nice. We can play right off the bat here. Because I don't know how long they've been on the shipping containers, right? Oh, yes, that nice clicking sound. And you can hear that it actually has stereo speakers in it, which is nice. Alright, let's go for English here. Yes. One important thing to note here is that if you import an user from another account, so like from your Nintendo Switch Dock Edition, you will actually have to choose whether or not this is your primary Switch or not. And that's very important, because if you choose this as your primary Switch, your other Switch will not be able to play its games that it has on it, and vice versa. So it's best to just create your own user on here. I know it sucks, you're losing a lot of data that way. I can see why Nintendo did it. It's to prevent piracy, but at the same time, you're costing people a lot of money here. Like really, like this console's already quite a bit, and then you gotta go buy out some games, and like I'm guessing people are buying this for their kids for Christmas, so it's just, I don't know. So it comes with firmware 8.1 on it. I believe there's an update for this. Yeah, so there is. We'll go back. We're just going to go through it for now. Everything else on here is pretty much the same as you would see on the Nintendo Switch Dock Edition. It comes with 32 gigs of memory in it, but you can also add a micro SD in it, upwards of, I think, 256 gigabytes. I know there's bigger SD cards out there, but I don't believe the system supports them, so don't even bother buying like the 1 terabytes one you're seeing on like Amazon nowadays. It has an NVIDIA custom Tegra processor in it, as well as supposedly 4 gigs of RAM, which is nice. That's really comparing to what you would see on the Nintendo Switch Dock Edition. Speaking of, actually, its graphics are better than Nintendo Switch Dock Edition 2017 edition, that is, at least. Overall, it's a very nice system. It fits very nicely in your hands. It feels very well manufactured. It doesn't feel like all flimsy and plastic-like. It actually feels like it has some weight to it and is not going to break if you drop it by accident, which is nice. Again, that's what kind of reminds me of the Nintendo DS or the Game Boy back in the day. And I like this. Like, this is really nice. And I definitely will be using this mainly to play Stardew Valley, however, just because, well, that's the game I love. I love Stardew Valley. So the Nintendo Switch Lite comes in various colors. It actually comes in yellow, gray, or turquoise. And then, of course, the gray/red/blue edition we have right here. One important thing I would like to note, however, is that this thing, for some reason, does not support Bluetooth headphones, which I don't understand at all why they would have gone that route, considering it's 2019. Almost everything nowadays is Bluetooth. You can honestly just buy an adapter. It's like 30 to 50 bucks for it, and that way you can use third-party Bluetooth headphones on it, which I feel like Nintendo should have had it in the system to begin with, but oh well. So just from having them side by side here, you can definitely tell. I don't know if you can tell in the video, however, but I'm just showing you this. You can tell that this screen right here is a lot more crisp and clear than this one here, and the colors are more vibrant. And this one's kind of got like a white hue to it. It's kind of shining out to you almost. I don't know if the camera can pick that up or not, and if that makes sense, I don't know. But you could definitely tell that they've actually went ahead and improved the screen from this one, so which is nice. It also supposedly has a more efficient processor than the Nintendo Switch 2017 edition, or so some outlets have speculated. Should you buy the Nintendo Switch Lite edition compared to the dock one? Honestly, if you got a 2017 Nintendo Switch, it for sure is worth your buy. Its specs are a lot better, it's more portable, it's really light, you can take it with you on the go and play Pokemon Let's Go if you would like, and various other games. The only downside is, though, if you got some downloaded games on it, they will not be able to play it outside of your Wi-Fi area, which is, still don't like how they're doing that. But again, I know why they're doing it. It's most likely for piracy. So overall, I would give this thing an 8 out of 10 stars. Why not a full 10 out of 10? Well, there's a few things I don't really like about it, and that, for one, is you're not able to play digital downloads unless you're connected to Wi-Fi. I, for one, honestly bought this thing for that reason, because I was just gonna go max out on an SD card, and then after I bought it, I found out that that's something you can't do. So hopefully that does get changed in the future, but for now, I guess I'll stick to buying game cartridges, which is like, okay, that's fun, I guess. And the last reason is because there's just no Bluetooth device in it for you able to connect your headphones to. So I just find that's kind of like, it's, you know, something that should have been incorporated into the system instead of buying a $50 accessory that you shouldn't have to buy, right? Overall, I'm very happy with this system. It's gonna be my go-to for playing any type of games that I just want to play on my own and I have my own save file for, and it's nice. I like it, and I probably might pick up another one if there's gonna be another Pokemon Sword and Shield limited edition Switch Lite or another Pokemon one coming up, because I like them. They're nice. They're nice little piece of software, and it's nice and sturdy. It doesn't feel like it's a piece of junk. So that's my overall rating for this. So that concludes this unboxing / review of the Nintendo Switch Lite. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I expect more videos to come out very shortly here. We're only 6 days away from Pokemon Sword and Shield, and my question to you today is, have you picked up the limited edition Nintendo Switch Lite Zamazenta and Zacian edition? If not, let me know why not. And if you did, are you happy with it? Until next time, peace out and see you guys then. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day.